Unlike in regular survival, the Wandering Trader is one of the most useful mobs in Skyblock. They allow you to get a bunch of otherwise unobtainable materials, like dripstone, which can be used to get renewable lava, or moss, which is used in bone meal farms and is just a nice block in general. For Wandering Trader farm, you really just have to build a big platform with a bell and a portal in the middle, which would have been simple enough if I didn't decide to use smooth stone and stone bricks for the platform. Stone can be obtained by smelting cobblestone and smooth stone by smelting stone. This ultimately led to a chain of farms I had to make. So let's start at the beginning by building a tree farm. This is a pretty recent tree farm designed by enourmous that works for every tree type with the exception of mangrove. Just like his other farms, this one is very simple and I managed to finish it in around 15 minutes. I don't think this will be our last tree farm since it's still rather slow compared to other tree farms, but it does the job well enough for now. With a good supply of wood, I was able to craft a lot of pistons for a melon and pumpkin farm. We actually only needed pumpkins for the next farm, but since pumpkin growth is slowed down to half speed if they are planted right next to each other, and melons can be farmed the same way, this farm produces almost as many pumpkins as a soul pumpkin farm of the same size. So we might as well use it to get melons as well. If anything, we can compost the melons to get bone meal for the tree farm. Which is good because next, we are going to build a massive slime farm that requires a lot of fences. We also need a ton of iron golems, which is why we made the melon and pumpkin farm in the first place. With the exception of swamps, slimes only spawn in slime chunks. So I tried to find a location with as many slime chunks right next to each other as possible. I found a few nice areas with 2x2 slime chunks, but there's a problem with that. Something that I failed to mention up until now. This is the world border. That's right, this Skyblock world is not infinite, but is instead confined to a 2000 by 2000 block area. Now this might seem like a big area, but it means that we are limited on generation features like structure bounding boxes, biomes, and also slime chunks. And none of the 2x2 chunk areas I found were inside the world border. But then I found this 4x1 slime chunk right next to spawn. So let's just go with that. Since I've never made a proper slime farm before, I tried looking up some designs, only to find out that none of them are perfectly optimized for this 4x1 chunk area. So I took some of the elements from the farms I found and designed my own slime farm, made specifically for this 4x1 chunk area and using all the materials that we now have access to. So after 4 hours of resource gathering, it was time for the biggest farm we've made in this world so far. Let's go! Finally, we had a farm that would get us 3000 slime blocks per hour. This might be enough to make a few carpet duplicators. They require 6 slime blocks each, so 24 in total. Yeah, I think we went a bit overkill on the slime farm. The reason I want to duplicate carpets is because they can be used as fuel in furnaces. This means that we can now fully automatically turn cobblestone into stone and finally into smooth stone, which was the goal from the start. So I designed an add-on for our cobblestone farm that will give it the ability to produce those materials as well. So using almost 100 furnaces, it will now produce 9000 cobblestone, stone and smooth stone each per hour, so 27,000 items. Since smooth stone can be used to make slabs to spawn proof, which is the main reason why some of the more recent builds still use cobblestone, we can finally say goodbye to the cobblestone days. But let's not forget that we made this farm for a reason. It is finally time to build a Wandering Trader farm. The bell in the center of the farm will lure wandering traders into this section, where they enter the nether and therefore allow new traders to spawn without being able to despawn themselves. The spawning platform is the biggest part of the farm and the reason why we upgraded the cobblestone generator in the first place. With how fast most of our farms are, you would expect this to perform good as well, but nope. On average, you get a trader every few hours. So now we wait. I hope to see you again next time.